Hey Doug. Well, I made the mistake of trying something new. I got a new microphone and it turns out that I didn't have it set quite right. So the disassembly part of your video is going to be a bit quiet beyond this. Um, Usually I don't interject too much along the way. Sometimes I do like to talk about the back of your dial and how that compares to your case back in terms of the date. Turns out yours doesn't actually have a date on it because the later 6309s weren't date stamped on the back of your dial. So that's really the only extra that I would add beyond this, and you'll see where I make the comparison and don't say very much. So I just wanted to let you know it's going to be a little quiet until we get to reassembly, but we're going to get going on your watch. Okay. All right, so here's where we compare, and you can see there's no date stamp on the back of the post-transition dial backs, but that's okay. Yours is absolutely original to the watch, and there's no doubt about that. Well, that's the teardown finished. We're gonna now hand clean some things, get all the old material out, and put it in the cleaner after we do some jeweling, and be ready for reassembly. Okay, we'll be back. Okay, Doug, we are out of the cleaner. We are ready to go. I've rebuilt your case and your crown. Um, all of your parts are looking good. Overall, you've had one component that needed to be replaced, and that was your mainspring. It was just in a really weird state. I'm not sure why. I'll show you that towards the end as we review all the parts. So let's get the movement back together. You can see here, this is your lower mainspring arbor port jewel that's now installed. And here's your barrel, which contains your new mainspring. Okay, there we are. We're running. Let's go ahead and check the performance and see how we're doing. Okay, well, a new mainspring really helps. These are a bit stronger than the originals, and so you get a little more bang for your buck, and it really pays off. You know, I'm really happy with it. It is a little bit shorter than your original one, so the time of the power reserve is slightly shorter than the original, but it's not too different. And I figure for the amount of extra boost you get in amplitude, which makes the watch more, run better in some sense. And with the jeweling, you don't have to worry about a lot of excess wear or anything. So all in all, this sets us up for a good position for running and adjustment. So let's go ahead and get you finally adjusted here. Okay. Well, I think that's really amazing. Clean signal, great amplitude, perfect. All right, we're gonna just watch this for a little bit, make sure nothing's out of sorts, and we're gonna go ahead and get started on the calendar side. All right, looking good. Okay, that is the movement built. We've got a little more work to do. Dial in hands. I'm gonna clean up your hands just a little bit. They're a little hazy, so that's gonna get done. And then we'll be back and in the case. Okay. Okay, Doug, we are at the end. I'm going to put your last few components on and we'll be ready to finish the process. Okay, this was a watch that came in and really, for something that had not been serviced was running very well. I mean, it's a tribute to the quality of the engineering behind Seiko movements. The 6309 series movement is just, in some sense indestructible. They are just so tough. And when you get them right, they're great. They are just, solid, accurate, a nice movement. And this is no exception. It is certainly a good, accurate movement. Everything is functioning exactly as it should. Cosmetically, the watch is really very pretty. I like a watch that shows just a bit of wear and patina, just to show that it's had a life. And honestly, it's a watch that you can just wear when it's like that. I appreciate new old stock components and all of that, and it's really fun to see those things. But in terms of a watch that I want to use, it's one like this. This is what I mean. It's what my watch looks like, and that's okay. That's what they're supposed to look like, in my opinion. A 50-year-old or 40-year-old watch should show its age well, and this one certainly does. So, nothing really major to report. I'm going to show you all the components that were dealt with. Most of them are just consumable items like seals and things. You had, of course, your mainspring, and I'll show you exactly what I mean here. This tail of this mainspring should be a nice curved loop. It should come around and be well behaved and look like the rest here. And for some reason, I don't know how that happened over time, but that is not what that's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be a nice continuous curve. I don't actually have one to show, but that is wrong. And so that needed to be changed. So that's your mainspring. Your case back seal was flat. Your spring bars were toast. They had been long past their sell-by date. And I just took a pair of pliers and grabbed them and took them off. These will come back, of course, to you, not useful in any way. There's your crystal that was replaced. This is your under the bezel gasket. This kind of dampens the rotation, so it slows down, so there's not a lot of twisting without warning. This is just a hard piece of plastic at this point, so it's done. A few more little things here. You got your other spring bar, which was seized and actually broken before I ever got a hold of it. There is your bushing that was replaced with a jewel in your train of wheels for your arbor. And there is your seal for your crown, a very important part to be replaced. So now you have new seals, new mainspring, new crystal. I'll get you a pair of spring bars so you can get back to wearing the watch. All these parts and pieces will come home to you, and you can do with them as you please. But they'll stay with the watch. Okay, well, put all that over here. Everything came out really nice. Your bezel has that good solid feel to it. It clicks very well. Turns just as it should. Alignment is great. Your hands cleaned up beautifully. I mean, they just shine like they should. That nice flat polish. You had some haze on your hands, so I just lightly cleaned them. You click over the day and date. We can also do the quick day and date change. So let's see, we're here on Monday, and I believe it is the 30th. Great. Let's get back to a nice time here. All right, well, that is the watch. Just a icon. I mean, that's the only word I can think of when it comes to the 6309s. They're just an icon. They really are the look of Seiko divers. What everybody thinks about, and this is a really great example. I'm very happy with the outcome, and I hope you are too. And I appreciate you trusting me with your watch, and I look forward to getting it back to you so you can put it back on your wrist. All right, well, thanks, Doug, and thanks for watching.